Ladies and scandal-hungry gentlemen of Spuriousville, gather round your wireless sets, clutch your pearls, and dab on your best scandal scent, for tonight, your ever-devoted, moderately reputable purveyor of eyebrow-raising village tattle brings you the sordid, salacious saga of Betty Broderick, a suburban siren turned courtroom Boleyn, beheaded only by the gavel of justice instead of the sword. This is the Spurious Observer, and oh, darling, do we have a delectable mess to spoon-feed you tonight. Picture it, San Diego, California, the 1980s, a time when shoulder pads were broader than the moral fiber of some husbands. Enter one Elizabeth and Broderick, née Biseglia, a woman of Catholic school charm, a housewife with a spine of steel and a tongue that could slice through hypocrisy like an Boleyn through Tudor court intrigue. Ah, yes, if Anne lost her head for a king's wandering eye, Betty here would lose her mind for a lawyer's wandering everything. Betty, our beleaguered queen of Spuriousville's suburban court, married Dan Broderick, a dashing medical student turned hotshot lawyer. They built an empire of country clubs, PTA luncheons, and 4 cherubic children, the envy of every frosted blonde neighbor. But as with every castle in our fair village, the moat was full of crocodiles. For while Betty tended hearth and offspring, Dan tended secretaries. Most notably, one Linda Colkina, fresh-faced, 20-something, and whispering sweet legal dictations behind Betty's back. Oh, how Spuriousville clutched its doilies when word spread. Dan, armed with his courtroom cunning and a bankroll to rival Henry VIII's coffers, maneuvered the divorce with a precision that made even Tudor executioners look sloppy. He stripped Betty of nearly everything: the house, the status, her very crown as queen wife. She was left, in her mind, like Anne in the Tower, wronged, betrayed, and desperate for a final flourish that would etch her name into village lore forever. And oh, did she flourish. One fateful dawn in 1989, Betty, armed not with a Tudor blade but with a revolver, crept into the marital bedchamber. Dan and Linda nestled, newlyweds as smug as Henry and Jane Seymour. 2 shots, 2 bodies, and suddenly, our domestic and Boleyn had claimed her heads. The legal circus that followed was nothing short of a Spuriousville harvest festival. The first trial hung like a wonky chandelier, with a jury that simply couldn't decide if Betty was a cold-blooded queen or a heartbroken martyr. The second trial was less forgiving. Betty, draped in respectable suits and a lifetime of scorn, was handed 32 years to life, her final coronation behind bars. Yet here we sit, decades later, with Betty's name still whispered at Spuriousville book clubs and Tupperware parties. Like Anne Boleyn, she has inspired endless debate, victim or villainous, scheming scorned woman or tragic queen undone by betrayal and lust. As your humble Spurious Observer, I assure you, the villagers still pass her tale from porch swing to porch swing. Mothers warn daughters. Daughters giggle behind coffee cups. And every new divorce lawyer in Spuriousville thanks the Broderick legacy for a steady stream of paranoid housewives armed with prenups thicker than Henry's waistline. So, dear listeners, as the curtains close on this saga of suburbia turned scaffold, I, your scandal-mongering herald, beg you to do something rather peculiar, something Anne Boleyn herself would never have dreamed of from the Tower. Subscribe to this channel. Like this story if Betty's scandal tickled your sense of doom. Comment with your own village tattle, heaven knows Spuriousville thrives on it. And, inexplicably, smash that odd little notification bell, so that your device might ping with fresh gossip whenever we brew another steaming pot of scandal. Until next time, my gossip-thirsty darlings, mind your marriages, hide your secretaries, and remember, in Spuriousville, the walls have ears and the Spurious Observer has a microphone. This has been the Spurious Observer.